Newsletter 2025 March. Welcome to our 2025 March newsletter. The main highlights in the newsletter are: brief introduction of our ISCC certificate. Asian UCO export landscape faces tightening amid policy shifts. China SAF policy ignites partnerships. Brief introduction of our ISCC certificate. Our current International Sustainability and Carbon Certification (ISCC) certificate was renewed on July 14, 2023. Our certified materials include used cooking oil, UCO, used cooking oil, UCO, entirely of vegetable origin, brown grease/grease trap fat, and food waste. Our certification scopes are collecting point, CP, and trader with storage, TRS. Our certificate number is ISCC Cert US 201-1060522024. Certification underscores our commitment to sustainability, environmental responsibility, and adherence to global best practices in renewable energy. We remain focused on driving innovation and maintaining compliance with international standards, ensuring that our products contribute positively to a greener future. Asian UCO export landscape faces tightening amid policy shifts. In response to escalating tariff disputes and investor concerns over trade policies, the S&P 500, one of the key U.S. stock market indexes, has dropped over 10% down from its February 19th peak. Market analysts attribute this decline to increased volatility driven by fears of economic slowdown and geopolitical tensions. Amidst this downturn, some analysts suggest that long-term investors may find buying opportunities in undervalued stocks, while others caution that further declines could occur if geopolitical tensions persist or economic indicators continue to weaken. Despite this, recent developments in the biofuels sector show significant investments are still being done, such as a recent $13 billion green transition proposal from Scotland for biofuels recycling, demonstrating the resilience of the industry. Asia's used cooking oil export market faces significant changes in 2025 as shifting regulations and trade dynamics reshape the sector. China's decision to eliminate the 13% export tax rebate on UCO, effective December 1st, is set to impact global trade flows, reducing export volumes and directing more UCO toward domestic renewable diesel and sustainable aviation fuel production. This move coincides with broader uncertainties in global markets, including the U.S., where the Inflation Reduction Act's carbon intensity-based credits remain unclear. The EU's anti-dumping duties on biodiesel imports further complicate the trade landscape. Meanwhile, countries like Indonesia and Malaysia are expanding their biofuel mandates, tightening regional UCO supplies. With these converging factors, Asia's UCO export market is set to experience a notable tightening in 2025, reshaping the industry's dynamics and trade routes. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, reported that China policy change would reduce fraud incentives and stabilize domestic supply chains. However, it is expected to raise export costs and may reverse the growth of UCO exports from China. China SAF policy ignites partnerships. China has been actively developing policies to promote sustainable aviation fuel as part of its broader commitment to achieving carbon neutrality by 2060. In 2022, the Civil Aviation Administration of China, CAAC, released the 14th Five-Year Plan for Green Development of Civil Aviation, aiming to establish a green, low-carbon circular development system and achieve carbon-neutral growth in air transport by 2035. These sustainability-focused policies have drawn in hopeful partners such as the UK, who recently sent diplomats to Beijing to discuss potential partnerships in the industry. China's broader biofuel strategy includes a 2025 SAF consumption target of 50,000 metric tons, requiring an estimated 3 million metric tons of UCO at least to meet a 2% SAF mandate. The country also plans to introduce an export quota for B24 biodiesel blended marine fuel in 2025 to help local biofuel producers impacted by EU anti-dumping tariffs. Market sources suggest that, while the tax rebate removal will disrupt trade flows and raise raw material costs, it may shift focus from raw material exports to finished products, particularly SAF, increasing export value. The booming SAF market, which is eligible for export to Europe without anti-dumping duties, presents a high-value alternative. In 2025, UCO export volumes will likely decline due to the rebate removal, boosting domestic supply and easing China's biofuel feedstock crunch, said a Chinese producer. Thanks again for taking the time to read our newsletter. Looking ahead, We remain optimistic that the evolving business and governmental policy environment will stabilize, allowing both our clients and XXHY to resume normal operations seamlessly. I am also eager to explore any potential opportunities for collaboration as we navigate these changes together. If you have any questions or require further clarification, please do not hesitate to reach out to us directly.